All right, ladies and gentlemen, welcome back to the channel. Today we are going to be talking about some trade rumors. A report came out a couple of days ago that nearly 80% of NBA teams were interested or at least made a call about PJ Tucker. 80% of teams. It's unbelievable. I would expect 100% PJ Tucker is gone. I hope that's pretty aware. I mean, every time I live stream, every time I make a video, I get a lot of questions about PJ Tucker and like, why hasn't he been traded yet? You know, what's going on? What's going on? The thing about the NBA trade deadline is it's less than 10 days away. It's nearly a week away. And there just haven't been too many moves. Like, there's been a few trades, like a slight handful of trades so far in the league, but there hasn't really been anything substantial. So my guess is that Houston's asking price is definitely on the high side. And I would say 100%. I like it. I love it 100%. There's 9 days, I want to say. I think it's 9. I'm not great with math. 9 days until the deadline. I know that seems like not that long, but pretty long at the same time. It's definitely long enough for Stone to continue to engage in talks, get something going. And I just know 100% that he is trying to get legitimate value back for PJ Tucker. I mean, if you think about it, PJ's been on this team. He's 35. He's been on the team since 2017. He's done so much for us. He was great for us. He really was since he's been in Houston and just in his entire career. PJ Tucker has been awesome. He's been so reliable. He's never hurt. He's a great three-point shooter in the corner. He's good on defense. He plays his heart out. His heart's right on his sleeve every game, and it's absolutely beautiful. So I could see both ways where it's like, you know, we want to respect PJ. We want to put him on a contending team no matter what it takes. Kind of like, you know, DeMarcus Cousins, like here's more money and we're going to waive you and not try and get any value. I'm not saying the Rockets should do that one bit, but I'm saying I could definitely understand something like that. Maybe if they buy him out, I could be like, you know, it makes a little bit of sense. Maybe there was no value. But the thing about PJ Tucker and his trade value is that there have already been reports that the Minnesota Timberwolves offered a late first-round pick. So first off, that I'm sure execs from around the league saw that trade. They saw that rumor and they were like, God damn it, Minnesota. Like, first off, what are you doing? They need a veteran so badly. Like, Minnesota needs a veteran so badly. They have almost none. I like Rubio. They need way more veterans. They have too many young guys on that team. And they offered a late first round pick for PJ Tucker. So you already know execs from around the league are like, are you serious, bro? Like, come on. What are we doing? Why did that report essentially have to come out? Why are they trying to do this? That's why I think the report that they tried to get Tyler Hero for PJ Tucker is just so funny to me. Like, that is literally just the funniest thing I have ever heard. Let's talk about Depot now. Because I expect PJ to get traded. I expect it to happen soon. We've played around with rumors like Tony Bradley and a second-round pick and a stale bag of chips for PJ Tucker. We've talked even just a stale bag of chips and a second-round pick for PJ Tucker. And we've talked even just a stale bag of chips for PJ Tucker. And if you ask me, I'd be fine with all three of them because clears up about 35 minutes a night. And as we're all starting to see right now, we want guys like Patton, we want guys like KJ to get as many minutes as they possibly can. So let's talk about Victor Oladipo because at times he's kind of shown flashes of what he used to be, right? In 2017, he had his best year of his career in Indiana. Unfortunately, then proceeded to get hurt. And ever since then, he just really hasn't been the same. 2017, he had 23 points per game on 48% shooting and 2.5 steals. That is unbelievable. 2.5 steals. That is really just pretty crazy. So the rumors are obviously the Miami Heat, and then you've got the New York Knicks. I'm not sold on the Knicks. Oladipo on the year, he's averaging 20 points per game, 39.6% shooting, a little over 5 rebounds, and just about 5 assists. We all know he turned down a 2-year, $45 million extension from Houston, reportedly because he's pursuing a longer-term deal. Now, we all know he wants to be in Miami. So particularly, if you ask me, because there have been reports about Depot going to Orlando, is my guess is if I don't really see the Knicks making a run for this guy. I don't think that makes sense. I mean, I guess it makes a little bit of sense, but I don't think that this is something that they do. I really don't. If the Knicks decide to be buyers, I don't think they decide to buy Victor Oladipo. I think he's definitely going to either Miami or Orlando. The thing about Victor Oladipo is we really need to unload this guy unless he's here to stay. And that's the whole nother thing is I still am just not sold on Victor Oladipo here to stay. It's like this dude is going to want so much money. He's going to want $20 million a year. I don't think he's playing at 28 years old, turning 29. That's such a high risk. And it's just such minimal reward. Like, there's got to be better options. Like, even if you go back and watch my video yesterday, I would so much rather get Norman Powell than Victor Oladipo. Honestly, I'd rather pay Norman Powell Victor Oladipo's contract. Like, I'm not sold on Vic long-term one bit unless he wasn't as much money as he is. But he wants as much money as he possibly can get. The way he's been playing, especially the last 5 games, especially the way he played last night, scoring the season high, he's looking good and he's looking healthy, and that's definitely the most important part. So I don't think Miami is a stretch at all. And I guess honestly the Knicks aren't even really a stretch, but this is what it comes down to at the end of the day. What value are they really looking for? He's 28 years old. He's coming off injury. He's on the last year of his contract. But he is a 2-time All-Star, and he does dominate the court defensively. Was pretty good offensively. And I mean, he's showing flashes. It's definitely worth the gamble if the team who trades for him can work something out. And that's why I think that the Miami Heat are definitely the suitor for Victor Oladipo. Now, this is kind of a very similar situation, if you ask me, to PJ Tucker as far as what are we going to get back. Because with PJ Tucker, I would take a stale bag of chips, like I said, yada, yada, yada. I would take a second-round pick. With Victor Oladipo, I think it's really important that they try to just really milk any value they could get. Whether that is a young player who maybe even hasn't had a very promising career quite yet. I wouldn't even be upset with just Kendrick Nunn, man. Kendrick Nunn and a first-round pick, that would definitely be a good thing to me, because Kendrick Nunn, perfect backup point guard right there, get some more guard depth, because I'm still not sold on Mason Jones one bit. But that is a whole nother thing, because I do, now that Mason's back on the team, I do want to see him get a chance. I do want to see him get signed long-term, not to just a 10-day contract. We'll see what happens, what the Rockets decide to do with that. But it's interesting. Kendrick Nunn, is interesting. Duncan Robinson, another player. This is a guy who I wanted to get in the offseason at the end of the year, because I think he is obviously just a sharpshooter, and we really need one. But at the end of the day, with Victor Oladipo, you either need just a first-round pick straight up or a young player. And if you could milk both, that is just the best possible thing. It really is. If Victor Oladipo gets traded and we get a first-round pick and a young, promising player, oh my goodness, Raphael Stone can have my children. I just, in Stone we trust. Either way, in Stone we trust. He got KPJ, he got Christian Wood, he got KPJ, he's finding all these young guys in the G League. It's just working out right now. So, gotta trust Stone. Hit the sub button. I'll see you guys later.